The young girl lifted the blanket, her eyes full of longing. Taking advantage of his master's deep sleep, the young monk quietly crawled over, crossing an invisible boundary, breaking the vow he had made. When his fingers touched the girl's skin, the young monk looked back to make sure his master hadn't noticed, and only then did he relax and give in. They began meeting frequently in the mountains, growing bolder with each encounter. After they slept, their fate also began to change. A small boat slowly drifted toward the shore, and the master watched the scene, his emotions complicated. Having already made his decision, he used a rope to pull the boat in, dragging it closer to the shore. The young monk woke up, realizing that the water had already risen. Too late to do anything. The master quietly asked the girl if she had recovered, and upon confirming her improvement, decided to leave. Watching the boat sail away, his heart was filled with reluctance, but he was powerless to stop it. Late at night, the young monk couldn't sleep, determined to leave, carrying the Buddha statue into the world. 5 years later, he became a wanted criminal. The master wasn't surprised. He had known all along that he couldn't escape the turmoil of the world. When the master and disciple reunited, the man recounted his experiences, expressing his hatred for the decisions he had made, and how that love had turned into extreme vengeance. In a moment of impulse, he had killed the woman he loved and the third party. The master sighed, knowing that the consequences of worldly entanglements are hard to escape. Facing his guilty disciple, he bound him before the gods and Buddha, forcing him to repent. And finally, the young monk calmed down. At that moment, the police arrived, but the disciple still couldn't escape his sins. The disciple ultimately put down the knife, ready to atone for his crimes. As the years passed, the master carried on with his regrets, while the disciple became calmer and more mature. Eventually, he decided to spend his life atoning for the opportunities and lives he had lost. In the cold lake water, the disciple became the new temple head, continuing his practice. One winter, a mother abandoned her child, but as she turned to leave, she tragically fell into a frozen pit. The monk managed to save the child, only to find that the mother had drowned. The disciple, deeply aware of his past karma, decided to bear the heavy burden for life and continue his practice of atonement. As time passed, the mountains regained life. The old monk's hair slowly turned white, and the once young boy had grown into a steady monk, bearing the responsibilities and weight he could not escape. But the young monk's actions had gone even further.